Looks like a mess right now, but slowly coming together. Got a few things moved around. I'm still waiting on my bus bar to come in, which is represented by that block of wood. My fuse is in. Now I'm wiring back up my top half of the 12 volt, and then I'll wire up the bottom half as soon as the bus bar comes in. And I'm getting ready to put my batteries down in here, which are right over here. So it's a construction zone. Alright, keep up with me. Well, I'm diving in, getting ready to pull my old AGM battery out and start setting up the two new batteries. I'm going to take this battery and stick it up here and rehook up so I can run my 12 volt stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple brackets here. I just had them tacked welded on, so I got to grind those off. I had them tack welded down at the van bill last year just so this battery wouldn't move around. Then I got to fit something in the back there to support the batteries, because my batteries are 12 inches and my box is 13 inches, so I need something for an inch. I've got some 1 inch 5/4 boards in there I may put in. I'm gonna sand it a little bit, undercoat it. So I got a lot to do right here in this little battery box. Alright, keep watching, got more coming. Battery is out. And that AGM battery weighs 72 pounds, I believe they said it was. Both of my new Battleborns are 12 pounds lighter. And so right now I've just got it up here. I've got to bring my two power cables up from down there, hook them up to this battery so I'll have my 12 volt, and hook my battery charger up to that to keep it charged so I can get my fan running. Sweat is just pouring off me. The humidity is terrible today. It rained last night. Actually, it's rained for the last 4 or 5 nights in a row. So the humidity is terrible and the mosquitoes are terrible. I'm going to take a bath in mosquito repellent. Alright, I'll bring you back when I do some more work. Got my 12 volt battery temporarily hooked up while I'm working on the Battleborns. Brought the wiring up, I ran it over, connected it, plus got my charger here, hooked into shore power up here, and I'm going to hook up the radio. It's going to take me a while to get this cleaned up, sanded down. I'm going to put some foam between the batteries. I've got to clean all the clips up, then I'll be drilling holes through these, and then self-tappers down into the angle iron down there to hold them in place. So I've got a lot of work to do today, but I'll get it done. What I have here is some high density foam that I'm going to put under the batteries so they won't be rubbing on the angle iron. Then I've got these two, one on each side, or end, here and here, and that'll keep a little airspace between the batteries. And then I've taken my brackets and put a little foam on it, so when I push up against the batteries, it'll be a firm grip, but the vibration won't be against the metal, so this will keep it from grinding into the plastic. So this is for 2 batteries. One day I'll get another one, and I'm going to use some self-tappers to tap into here and support it. I'm waiting on the undercoating to dry. It's almost dry, so probably another half hour, 45 minutes, and I can get this stuff going. Getting the battery ready. Still got to unwrap the other one and then start laying out my wires. I'm still waiting on my bus bar. I think I may need a ground bus bar also. I'm not sure yet. But we'll find out. It's a mess right now. It's going to clean up pretty nice. Okay, Houston, we have a little problem. I think we've got this a little too tight. As you can see, I'm overlapping here, but I'm hitting a piece that's right here that I can take off. I'm going to have to grind that off, cut that off, up to the bottom of the angle here, and that should give me sufficient to get this down in there. Yeah, it's always something, but it sure looks pretty down there. I ended up taking this piece out, which is up underneath this angle, which is not structural because the angle is there now. But still found another little problem I've got to overcome. When we put this in here, that's 3/4 of an inch from flat to up here. So by putting the batteries this way, they sit up 3/4 on this end and flat on that end. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece of 3/4 inch, which will make that flush right there. And I'll make it fit both batteries. And then if I go to 3 batteries, I'll make a bigger piece to fit in there. This is just a test piece here to see if that's the right height. It is. I'm also going to come down here, take a little bit of this angle out, maybe halfway down. It'll make getting the batteries in just a little bit easier, and it won't affect the structure because I have a 1.5 by 1.5 here, and there's also one underneath here, so it's not going to affect that at all. Plus all this holds wherever I am here, where all this holds is the vertical riser cover. So that's my solution. Hang in there, it's getting there. Getting there. I've got my support in. I've cut my piece down there to make it a little easier to get the batteries in. Again, that's supported underneath as well. Got it painted, it's drying now. I'm going to slap the batteries in there, get my supports put in place, my holders, and go down and pick up some 0 gauge cable to go between the batteries, I believe. I got to check my notes to make sure 0 is good. I think it is. Get them. I'm still waiting on my bus bar. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a ground bus bar also. This one right here is coming from the starter battery, so I'm going to bring that one up to a shut-off switch up here for now until I can get up $175 for the isolator. So little by little, it's getting there. That's definitely a thing of beauty. Got the batteries in, got my separators in. I don't have my clamps done yet, but I will. And there's clearance for this step here coming up. I've got about 1 inch clearance. Oh, my top step goes back in. Bear with me here. I'm doing it backwards. There we go. That's the top step up there, and that doesn't flex, so I'm not worried about it hitting anything in there. I'm going to put a piece of rubber over it anyway. So that'll be my 2. And I built this battery box so I could put 4 to 5 batteries in here. But I'm going to see how 2 does this year, and if it does really well, then I might just put 1 more in next year, because there's no point in overkill for things I don't use. You know, I don't have an air conditioner. I don't have any high draw things except for my t-shirt machine, which is 10 amp hours. So I'm going to go get some cables, and well, actually I'm going to start measuring up for cables first. I'm going to contact Battleborn, got a question or two I want to ask, and then I'll get back on it. It does look good.